king of the hill. 3, 2, 1.
This icon will always lead you to the upcoming objective.
Stand on the hill to capture it and score points.
Yeah, that's the game mode.
Power weapon inbound.
Great pick.
But did you notice the UI change when that enemy entered the zone? It's so intuitive that anyone can figure it out. My team is capturing now, but you only need one person for this. Because scores doesn't multiply just because multiple teammates are on the hill at the same time. That may not be the case for other two similar modes. So what I'm trying to do here is to provide some cover for them so they can capture without getting contested. Oh, and there's that icon again, popping up to show where the next hill is going to be, because only few seconds left for this current hill before it moves. So I'd rather go to the new hill's direction while these guys are getting the remaining points of the current hill. Oh, I didn't do that? So as a result, they are already on the hill and getting scores.
Double kill. You win.
Okay, Deathmatch. Highlight
Hotzone, the heat is on.
So this time, this zone stays here permanently until someone fully captures it.
Capture completed.
Let's go to the new zone quickly. And we captured it.
Round 1.
Oh, he said round 1. So if you see these dots, it means the match has multiple rounds. And the amount of dots indicates how many rounds you need to win in order to win the full match. Brightened up dots indicates the amount of rounds you already won. So this means sometimes a game mode can have multiple rounds and sometimes just one round.
Domination.
This time there are multiple permanent zones and they will stay in place even after you capture them.
Let's dominate them.
Once you capture a zone, you basically own it. So you don't need to stay inside it anymore. And points will be continuously added to your score. Let's try to capture point A because the enemy owns it right now. It's clearing the ownership first. Until this ends, they will still score from this zone. Okay, now it's cleared. And as a result, neither team is getting scores from this zone. We just need to finish capturing this and then we will get scores. We captured it now. And do you see? We got all 3 zones under our control at the moment. So we get 3 points per second. So the more zones you control, the more points you earn per second.
Double kill.
Oh, someone stepped in to contest the zone. But we are still getting scores from this zone because we own it, as I mentioned. They need to eliminate us and neutralize this zone to even contest it.
Firecracker.
So, if you see this thing called Firecracker, pick it up and plant it in any given location. Okay?
New power weapon in the arena.
Good kill.
Firecracker.
It's done. But now, they will try to defuse it. So defend it until this newly popped up timer runs out. If they defuse it, a new firecracker will appear. But we managed to defend it, so we won this round. But the thing is, they didn't have a firecracker. Yeah. So in this next round, they have the firecracker and we are the ones defending the locations. In previous round, we were on offense. The UI doesn't show where the firecracker is or who has it when we are in defense mode. And another thing is, if this mode has this modifier called neutral, it means there are no offense-defense spaces. Everyone can see the firecracker and can pick it up and plant it. Simple. If you plant it, they have to defuse it, and vice versa.
Firecracker picked up. Splitball.
Bring these balls to your base.
New power weapon in the arena. That's a point.
But they can just take them back from your base.
Ball active.
They scored. Don't let them pull ahead.
So you have to have this amount of balls at your base at the same time to win. Also, you cannot use portals when carrying a ball. There's no countdown timer, so this can go on forever.
Come on over here.
But the balls will keep spawning, making it chaotic. It's just a matter of time before someone grabs whatever balls they can and finish the job.
I don't think you have the ball.
Graffiti.
So what you have to do here is set a portal on one wall, set the other portal on another wall, and just go through it. This will claim both walls for you and give you 2 points. So whoever has most of the walls claimed when the timer runs out wins. That's the game mode. No, not the same wall. If you do this in any mode, no one will be able to use that wall for their portals. It's a good strategy sometimes, yeah, but it has nothing to do with this game mode.
Takedown.
Every time you get a kill, their respawn timer goes up.
Kickoff. Fidget. Double kill. New power weapon in the arena. One enemy remaining.
And if you manage to kill the last one while everyone else is in the countdown for a respawn, you win. Additionally, when you get a kill, the respawn timer of your dead allies will be decreased.
What the f is that fucking X-ray vision? X-ray vision. X. I said that's not fun.
Gun game.
Your current weapon will be replaced by a different weapon as soon as you get a kill. But only if you get the kill by shooting them, not by other means like melee. So if you look here, my current score is equal to my kills, right? But if I get a kill with a melee attack here, my number of kills has increased, but my score remains the same. So does my weapon. So kills and points are not the same in this mode. The weapon replacement is arranged the same way for everyone. It's not random. For example, if this is the weapon I get for my 20th kill, it will be the same for their 20th kill as well. Also, these are all enemies. So this is an FFA mode by default, meaning there are no teams and you are on your own. And another thing is, in FFA modes like this, The red side of the UI indicates the current highest enemy score, because you are obviously competing against the top score, right?
Victorious.
If you see a teabag, you go there and crouch twice to confirm that you teabagged them. Then you will get points. Just killing is not enough.
Double kill.
Additionally, teabagging your own teammates can prevent enemies from getting points.
Team Deathmatch.
In Deathmatch, 1 kill equals to 1 point. Nothing else matters, just kill them by any means necessary as quickly as possible. That's it.
Double kill. Triple kill.
There are some other modifiers that are available as standalone game modes. But the winning condition for now is the same as a deathmatch, means just get kills. You spawn with 1 bullet. If you get a kill, you will get a new bullet. If you miss, oh well, you have to melee, I guess.
Kick off.
What if you melee while having a bullet? Ah, you get another bullet. Now you have 2. There is this gun called railgun, which you have to charge before shooting. But in this mode, it charges almost instantly.
We're ahead now. Keep up the pace.
Kick off.
Oh wait, infinite ammo?
Anyway, I started blasting. Bang! 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 Bang!
You spawn with a shotgun for short range and a sniper rifle for long range. This sniper rifle can one-shot them if you land a headshot in any game mode, because this is yet another power weapon that spawns on the map from time to time in standard game modes. These are like overpowered weapons, but with very limited ammo. You have a sniper rifle, and they have big heads. That's it. It should be easy to get headshots. That's the point of this mode, I guess. You have a bat, and you run fast as f.
Halfway there.
Oh, they also have big heads. I guess it's there to represent that you are bonking their heads.
Heating up.
Every time you die, you spawn with 2 random weapons and a random piece of equipment. It's completely random, not laid out in a specific way like gun game was. So yeah, it's basically RNG that can screw you over with uncomfortable weapons. But hey, on the flip side, you can always cover up your noobness by saying, but they always got the good guns and I always got the crappy guns. In this mode, if you get a headshot with any gun, it's an insta-kill. But the weapons they give are neither automatic nor projectile based, so it makes sense. Otherwise, you could just hold the fire button and eventually hit the head randomly. Right now, the guns they give are burst rifles and carbines. Since we are here and we have seen that there are 3 different types of weapons for each weapon category, I'll mention that these were the 3 classes that this game had when it was called Splitgate 2. If a game mode includes one of these modifiers, it means that mode only uses weapons from that specific class. So what we just played was SWAT with Sabrask class weapons. Now this is the same mode with Meridian weapons and with Ares weapons. So if these game modes that I showed you are played on a smaller scale, like in 4v4 matches or FFA matches with up to 8 players, they're usually categorized under arena mode. And as far as I know, competitive, also known as ranked, games are played in 4v4 and include some of the modes we talked about here, which may or may not have slight adjustments to create more competitive feel. The modes I talked about can also be played on a larger scale in terms of player count and map size. The multi-team matches look like this. You can change these enemy team colors by going to Settings, Accessibility. By the way, try tweaking this gamma-like setting if the game gives you a headache after playing for a few minutes. The UI color changes to match the current highest scoring enemy team's color, so you might want to pressure that team a bit more to break their momentum. So yeah, these larger scale matches are usually categorized as Onslaught matches. When you go to the queue, if you see Classic in a mode, it means this modifier tries to give you an unmodified version of the game as much as possible. This is done by replicating the old 90s arena shooter experience, where everyone spawned with the same basic weapons, so no loadouts, and has to play the map constantly. In other words, you have to keep an eye on power weapon spawn timers, know where they appear, and time everything perfectly.
New power weapon in the arena.
What the f is this f***ing X-ray vision? X-ray vision. X. I said that's not fun.
Chaos. You are a fast as f boy, and you can spam your grenades or whatever gear you have here in your loadout. Which reminds me, this is not the Speedbats mode, because you have your guns here.
Firecracker defused.
Hardcore. It means you have no radar. Yeah, other modes had a radar here if you noticed. And it also says players have less health, but I cannot confirm this because it takes the same number of shots to kill them as in other modes.
Close call.
I think powers means you spawn with 2 power weapons. Showdown.
Round 1.
With this modifier, if you die, you won't respawn until the match or round ends. Your team has to carry out the operation without you. If all the players on a team die before completing the objective, the other team wins instantly, without needing to complete the objective.
New power weapon in the arena. Round 1.
Flying. This is basically Speedbats plus Splitball. So I'd say these modifiers would be applied to most other game modes in the future if developers want.